So being part of that coalition, having left Labour Party, automatically means it can be schemed out. It won't be any kind of anything. So there are those responsible for that. That's why all this their coalition talk. Tifnumbu and his men, Tifnumbu's men are attending the coalition talk as well. So the effort right here is to make sure that, how can you do it to make sure that Obi does not appear on any ballot? And if he's going to appear on any ballot at all, let him go it alone. So somehow Obi himself has been muting the idea of they are going to do it alone. They are not going to do any coalition. Or in which political party? So why people are kind of like pointing fingers, accusing fingers at Ken is because they still believe that Ken is a mouth for hire, kind of, even though he said he's never been paid money to support anyone from Bokuwari, throughout the Bokuwari time and all that. But some still believes that he's one of, the people closer to Obi. They were expected to help facilitate his, moving on to go and join their coalition. So if he is not their candidate of any coalition, the threat is removed. It becomes business as usual. The obedient, more than 70% of them will lose interest. They won't be interested anymore. And by so doing, Kolu can have his way. But Ken is saying, even without saying it like that Obi should leave Labour Party. The man talking about integrity and all that, but there's nothing wrong if Obi have to go and join Atiku again. And that is where the obedience, that's where they lost it. This Ken is this, Ken is that. In case if you see them reacting to Ken Okonkwo and you're like, why are you talking to him like this? It is because they believe they can see through him so very much. But like I said, he is not completely wrong. Like I said from the beginning, that the part of who betray who is completely irrelevant because there was never any conversation around that. So why the interviewer brought that up to trigger this is, and he fell for it, that's up to him. But looking at other stuffs that he raised some valid points there. But again, even if he raised a valid point, people are saying, even if he raised a valid point, the fact that they consider him as somebody who is compromised, that they can't trust, makes every other valid point he raised worthless. So he called the governor of Akwa Ibom. They called him. He said the guy is suffering from transgenderic something. I don't know. The guy himself responded. In that same interview, it wasn't just Obi that he spoke about. He said something about Tifnumbu, everybody he's got sharp mouth, right? He called this guy transgenderic something. Neither here nor there. The guy that they come to APC recently that said he can't fight. He can't fight like with the wicked, so he would rather just go and join Tifnumbu from PDP to APC than to stay and fight. So I think that's what Ken said, right? But here is how the guy received it.
Have you heard me? So people that are talking, even those that are not from Akwa Ibom, even those who feel they have done things, they tried everything, they've tried to become actor, they failed, they are still living in bondage, trying to poke their mouth into what does not concern them. Tell them that this is living reality. He should go to his state and fight. He's an attempted politician. He tried in Labour Party, he ran away. He tried acting, he was living in bondage. He's an attempted lawyer. He has never moved one motion before. So such people, don't listen to them. This is within my rights. And he is not from Akwa Ibom State. We don't welcome him in Akwa Ibom State. This is Akwa Ibom State matter. As the person on the driver's seat today, I am the one holding the steering. And I know where go slow, no go day. I know where pothole, no day. Now make me the carry Akwa Ibom, go for express.
So in that interview where Kenneth said all of that, he also gave a bit of a follow-up to what he said that prompted Eno, to respond that way. Our response to Kenneth Okonkwo was worse, honestly speaking. He kind of have that mouth. Give it to him. He's got mouth on him. That's what Americans would say. You have got some mouth on you, right?
Pastor Eno said it was a failure. Can you imagine? Living in Bondage was shot in 1992. This is 2025. That should be about 33 years. And that movie is still relevant enough that Pastor Eno will make a reference to it. That movie created Living in Bondage created the Nollywood that has employed millions of the youth and made us proud worldwide. We are now the number 2 in the whole world in Nollywood. And Pastor Eno has just become a governor for 2 years. And he's already fading. 2 years. And Living in Bondage is 33 years. And it's still relevant that Governor Eno will make a reference to it. Governor Eno in his life will never be able to create up to 1 million jobs. Living in Bondage has created more than millions of jobs. You know, Daniel Abure say once you enter APC, your brain will stop working. It is obvious that Pastor Eno's brain has stopped working. Why am I saying that? Was it not Pastor Eno's daughter that accused him of sacrificing the wife? So who is now living in bondage? The truth is that Pastor Eno now is now the real Andy Okeke in real life. Because he's been accused by his own daughter, not me, that he used his wife for sacrifice. That was what Andy Okeke did. So, and Pastor Eno wanted to say, no, we are living in the dream world. That's the reality now is that he's the one who is being accused by his daughter that he used his own wife to sacrifice. Good. That was what Andy Okeke did. So the truth is that if there is anybody living in bondage now, it is Pastor Eno. And it is showing. Since he entered into APC, it has been from one calamity to the other. Pastor Eno said it was a failure. Can you imagine? Living in Bondage was shot in 1992. This is 2025. That should be about 33 years. And that movie is still relevant enough that Pastor Eno will make a reference to it. That movie created Living in Bondage created the Nollywood that has employed millions of the youth and made us proud worldwide. We are now the number 2 in the whole world in Nollywood. And Pastor Eno has just become a governor for 2 years. And he's already fading. 2 years. And Living in Bondage is 33 years. And it's still relevant that Governor Eno will make a reference to it. Governor Eno in his life will never be able to create up to 1 million jobs. Living in Bondage has created more than millions of jobs. You know, Daniel Abure say once you enter APC, your brain will stop working. It is obvious that Pastor Eno's brain has stopped working. Why am I saying that? Was it not Pastor Eno's daughter that accused him of sacrificing the wife? So who is now living in bondage? The truth is that Pastor Eno now is now the real Andy Okeke in real life. Because he's been accused by his own daughter, not me, that he used his wife for sacrifice. That was what Andy Okeke did. So, and Pastor Eno wanted to say, no, we are living in the dream world. That's the reality. The reality now is that he's the one who is being accused by his daughter that he used his own wife to sacrifice. Good. That was.
Sorry about that. So the video got looped. But the part I wanted to hear, is this one.
Eno, who is saying that I left LP and ran away. The same woman left PDP that has given him everything and say he cannot fight though. I cannot fight like weak and run away. No party has given me anything, and I have not transferred any party's mandate to another party. So he appeared uncoordinated, childish, and of course, like I said before, very transgenderic. Very. Because what is being transgenderic? It's not speaking to your sexual orientation. No. It's speaking to the fact that your gender, as in, is not even clear. We don't know whether you're a man or woman. A metaphoric statement, spoken metaphorically to show that you're neither here nor there. Woman.
I told you his mouth is it's got mouth on him. But let's leave Ken Okonkwo and go to Gombe. You want me to talk about the Gombe? Ah, I was with some of my friends today doing the Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, by the way. To all fathers, everybody who is playing a role of a father, whether you have your own children or you're taking care of other children. To all the firstborns, because I'm a firstborn, right? Most of us, we had to grow up very fast so that we could really take care of our siblings. So we've been acting like that. And the moment we, became adults, the responsibility also grew. So today will be a good time. And if you do have somebody like that in your life, they are not your biological fathers or what have you. And they did, play a very, very impactful, life-changing roles in your life. You can reach out to them and tell them Happy Father's Day, by the way. So yeah, we were at my past place, doing the Father's Day stuff. So hang on. Did I kind of put that up? I wanted to tell you a story, but now I think my time is up. I'll tell you later. But first, right? Let's go to Gombe. Okay. So the story I wanted to tell you is about those of us who are like Yorubas, right? Living in Yoruba land, southwest of Nigeria. Many of us barely travels. Do you understand? And we rather travel to America, travel to London, go to far distance than to travel to travel within Nigeria per se. So to us, the moment you leave Yoruba land like this, something will begin to tell you that, you don't go far from house. So like you begin to feel it. The moment you begin to leave Yoruba land, start going up north like that, you'll be like, So there are some people who have been, for the first time, their first time of being to the north. Some of them couldn't believe that northern Nigeria is part of Nigeria. I've never been to northern part of Nigeria. There is a chance that I will never be there before I die, no matter how long or how short I live. Because I don't get anything I won't go pick up for there. I've got friends now. I've got friends in all those places. But I'm just saying, do you get that now? So some of us who have been there, some went and they just loved it. Others went for I'm talking about your first contact, first time. And you're like, Nigeria, is this part of Nigeria? I'll tell you more about the story later. There's a funny part of it, but that is not the reason, right? But Gombe is part of Nigeria. It is northeast of Nigeria. So what happened in Gombe today? It was Gandollar, the sycophants in crew, right? Who have been going everywhere, forcing everybody to declare their support for Tifnumbu. So what happened? Gandollar, the Babariga mobile banking CEO of Kano. Let me shake you. Give me your hand. Like that. So the Babariga mobile banking CEO of Kano and his crew, they went to Gombe. Okay. So in Gombe, their job was to go there to endorse Tifnumbu and say northeast of Nigeria have endorsed Tifnumbu. Right? And everything seems working well until they discovered that, Do you know that it is only Tifnubu that people have been endorsing? And they have already been complaining because let's roll it back a bit, just a little bit, so that you can understand this better. All right. During the time of their APC primaries and all of that, Kolu became the presidential candidate. Kolu was a Muslim, so he needed to pick a Christian from northern Nigeria. So the likes of El Rufaya, Kaduna Littlefinger, went on to reject that idea and told Tifnubu straight away that northern Nigeria will not support him if he chooses any Christian. They won't. So that was the first. That was the birth of a Muslim ticket. So which Muslim are they going to now pick? There were names. There were people who suggested this or that. But somehow, Shittiman used or played the card of the Boko Haram terrorism for power adventure, which started from 2014 with the Chibok. And somehow they picked him because they feel like, you may not know, right? But Shittiman is believed to have quite a bit of, reach within the circle of these terrorists in northern Nigeria. And in fact, they actually thought that Tifnubu would die. And Shittiman, all those shaky stuff here. That some people are now saying that Tifnubu was acting film. Acting call. So they miscalculated. Tifnubu, to them, they believe that Tifnubu deceived them by acting like he's weak. And that was around that time when he now picked the Shittiman, right? Shittiman boldly told all of them and said, I will be the one in charge of security. He will be in charge of economy. So what are you talking about, mate? Like, he's the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, not you. Like, who the hell are you? But he confidently told his people. Somehow it didn't work out. And for not working out, they suspected, or should we say, there are speculations that Tifnubu is planning to drop Shittiman and call the bluff of all these guys from this northeast or wherever. Call their bluff, like, go and do your worst. He will pick Dogara, a Christian, right? From, the supposed core north. And he's part of them, they think. So why would you go on and endorse Tifnubu and not say Tifnubu Shettima? So they were surprised. So today was their time. And Zulum, the Borno guy man, who was also there with their delegation. So again, what is his name? Gandollar and others moved a motion to endorse Tifnubu. About one rescue Gandollar Gombe, right? That they just had to rescue him. If not, they for lynch him there. Gandollar, like they had to run. I saw Gandollar run when it felt like, oh, wow, they don't beat us. So I'll show you. In case if you think I'm exaggerating, right? Give me a sec. So, first thing first, right? Let's try this.